Technology is evolving. AI is transforming the future. Learn complete career-focused courses for free. Welcome to SP Learning Labs. You're watching the Cloud Computing course.
Welcome to our Advanced Cloud Lab.
Hello everyone, welcome back to SP Learning Labs Cloud Computing. In the previous video, we learned about the shared responsibility model. We discussed service level agreements or SLAs. We explored vendor lock-in and we compared responsibilities across IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. We also understood how cloud providers and users share management and security responsibilities. Now it's time to understand the broader cloud ecosystem and the different roles involved in cloud computing. Let's get started. Hook. Imagine a company deciding to move its applications to AWS. At first glance, it may seem like the company simply signs up for AWS and starts using cloud services. But here's the interesting part. The company usually doesn't work alone. Different people and organizations become involved throughout the cloud journey. Cloud providers deliver the infrastructure. Partners help with migration and implementation. Brokers help optimize services and costs. And consumers use the cloud resources to run applications and businesses. This means cloud computing is not just about technology. It's an entire ecosystem where multiple roles work together to deliver successful cloud solutions. Today, we are going to explore that ecosystem and understand how different roles collaborate. Real-world analogy, online shopping system. Let's begin with a simple example. Think about an online shopping platform. A customer places an order. A delivery partner handles delivery. The platform connects buyers and sellers. And support teams help manage operations. Many different people and organizations work together to provide a smooth experience. Cloud computing works in a very similar way. Different roles collaborate to deliver, manage, support, and consume cloud services efficiently. Here's the simple idea. The cloud ecosystem is a network of roles working together in cloud computing. By the end of this video, you'll understand what the cloud ecosystem is. We'll discuss cloud consumers, cloud partners, cloud brokers, and cloud carriers. We'll also explore real-world collaboration scenarios. Most importantly, you'll understand different roles work together to deliver, manage, support, and consume cloud services. What is cloud ecosystem? Let's first understand what a cloud ecosystem actually is. A cloud ecosystem is the complete environment of peoples, services, technologies, and organizations involved in cloud computing. It's much larger than just cloud providers. The cloud ecosystem includes cloud providers, users, partners, brokers, applications, and infrastructure services. Why is the cloud ecosystem important? Because it helps deliver cloud services, support business operations, improve cloud management, and connect multiple cloud solutions together. Let's think about a modern enterprise environment. Cloud computing often involves developers, cloud engineers, security teams, service providers, consulting organizations, and business stakeholders. All of these groups work together to ensure cloud services operate successfully. The simple idea is this: the cloud ecosystem is the complete network involved in delivering and consuming cloud services. Let's start with one of the most important roles, the cloud consumer. A cloud consumer is a person or organization that uses cloud services. Examples include companies using AWS, developers building applications on Azure, or users working with Gmail and Google Docs. All of these are cloud consumers because they consume cloud services provided by someone else. Let's understand their responsibilities. Cloud consumers are responsible for using cloud resources, managing applications and data, configuring services properly, and controlling user access. Cloud consumers receive several benefits from cloud computing. Easy access to cloud services, reduced infrastructure cost, faster deployments, and flexible scaling. Let's look at a real-world example. Suppose a startup hosts its website on AWS. That startup becomes a cloud consumer. The company uses AWS services such as virtual servers, storage, and databases provided by AWS. The simple idea is this: a cloud consumer is the user of cloud services. Quick question for you. Which role do you think you'll mostly like work with in the future? Would it be cloud engineer, cloud administrator, cloud security engineer, cloud partner, or cloud architect? Comment your answer below. And if the cloud ecosystem is becoming easier to understand, don't forget to hit the like button. Now let's discuss cloud partners. A cloud partner is an organization that helps customers use cloud services effectively. Many companies want to move to the cloud, but they may not have the expertise required to do it successfully. That's where cloud partners come in. Cloud partners can provide consulting, migration support, application deployment, security solutions, and technical support. Some examples include AWS partners, Microsoft solution partners, and Google Cloud partners. Why do organizations use cloud partners? Because many companies lack cloud expertise, need migration assistance, or require architectural guidance. Cloud partners help accelerate cloud adoption and reduce implementation challenges. Let's look at the benefits. Cloud partners provide expert guidance, faster implementation, better infrastructure management, and reduced operational complexity. Here's a real-world example. A company migrating applications from an on-premises data center to AWS may hire an AWS partner. The partner helps design the architecture, plan the migration, configure security, and ensure a smooth transition. The simple idea is this: cloud partners help organizations implement and manage cloud solutions successfully. Now let's move on to the cloud brokers. A cloud broker acts as an intermediary between cloud provider and cloud consumers. Think of a broker as someone who helps organizations make better cloud decisions. Cloud brokers can help select cloud services, compare pricing and features, manage multiple cloud providers, and optimize cloud usage and cost. Why are cloud brokers important? Because many organizations now use AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud together in multi-cloud environments. Managing multiple cloud platforms separately can become complex. Cloud brokers simplify that process. They provide several benefits: better cost optimization, easier cloud selection, improved service management, and multi-cloud coordination. Let's look at a real-world example. A large enterprise running workloads across AWS and Azure may use cloud brokerage services to optimize billing and distribute workloads efficiently. The simple idea is this: a cloud broker helps organizations choose, manage, and optimize cloud services. Cloud carrier. Another important role is the cloud carrier. A cloud carrier is the organization responsible for providing network connectivity between cloud providers and cloud consumers. Without network connectivity, cloud services cannot be accessed. Cloud carriers are responsible for internet connectivity, network communication, and data transfer between cloud environments. Examples include Internet Service Providers, also known as ISPs, Airtel, Jio, Verizon, AT&T, telecom companies, and network providers. Why is the cloud carrier important? Because cloud services are delivered through networks. Without reliable connectivity, users cannot access cloud applications, websites, or cloud infrastructure. The simple idea is this: cloud carriers help deliver cloud services throughout networking infrastructure. A cloud provider is the organization that delivers cloud services and infrastructure. Examples include AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud. Cloud providers are responsible for data centers, physical infrastructure, cloud services, platforms availability. Without cloud providers, the rest of the ecosystem cannot function. The simple idea is this: cloud providers create and deliver cloud services. This is one of the core NIST cloud ecosystem roles. Now let's bring everything together with a real world scenario. Imagine a company wants to migrate its applications to the cloud. Who becomes involved? First, the company itself becomes the cloud consumer because it is consuming cloud services. Next, a cloud partner may help with migration, architecture setup, and security configuration. A cloud broker may assist with comparing cloud providers, optimizing pricing, and managing multi-cloud services. The cloud providers such as AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud delivers the actual cloud infrastructure and services. And finally, cloud carriers provide the network connectivity that allows users to access those services. This example clearly shows how multiple roles work together inside the cloud ecosystem. Why cloud ecosystem matters? Let's discuss why cloud ecosystem is so important. Modern cloud environments are becoming larger, more distributed, multi-cloud based, and service-oriented organizations, and no longer operate cloud environments successfully using a single team alone. Successful cloud operations require collaboration between providers, consumers, partners, brokers, carriers, and technical teams. Understanding these relationships helps organizations build more effective cloud strategies. Quick quiz. Which cloud ecosystem role helps organizations compare cloud providers and optimize cloud usage? Is it cloud consumer, cloud broker, or cloud partner? Drop your answer in the comments below. So today we learned about the cloud ecosystem, cloud consumers, cloud partners, cloud brokers, cloud carriers, and real-world cloud collaboration scenarios. Now you understand how multiple roles and organizations work together to deliver and manage cloud services efficiently. Here's a challenge for you. If you were helping a company migrate to the cloud, which role would you prefer to perform? Would you choose cloud consumer, cloud partner, or cloud architect? Write your thoughts in the comments. In the next video, we'll explore cloud security fundamentals, identity and access management, access control, and cloud pricing concepts. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to SP Learning Labs for more beginner-friendly cloud computing content. See you in the next session.